From heels to gloves, the unstoppable rise of Sheilla Yama. In a quiet ward at Port Moresby General Hospital, a young nurse once moved from bed to bed with steady hands and a compassionate heart. Her name was Sheilla Yama. Patients knew her for her kindness, her discipline, and her calm presence in moments of fear. No one, not even Sheilla herself, could have imagined that one day those same steady hands would be raised in victory under the bright lights of international boxing arenas. Her journey did not begin in the ring. It began on a stage. In 2017, Sheilla stood tall as a contestant in the Miss Papua New Guinea Pacific Islands pageant. Wearing heels instead of gloves, she carried not just beauty, but the weight of representing her culture, her provinces, Western Highlands, Morobe, and Oro, and her people. She smiled through pressure, answered difficult questions, and learned how to stand strong in front of the world. But behind that poise was a quiet battle, nerves, self-doubt, and the fear of speaking under pressure. Sheilla admits there were moments her mind would go blank, moments she questioned herself. Still, she showed up. That experience did something powerful. It didn't just shape her confidence, it forged resilience. Soon after, she stepped into another arena, the world of modeling. In 2016, she entered PNG's inaugural supermodel contest and won, representing her nation internationally. On runways across Port Moresby, she carried vibrant PNG designs with elegance. Each step, each pose, strengthened her discipline and focus. But destiny had another plan. What began as a simple gym routine to build strength, to gain muscle, slowly transformed into something deeper. She picked up boxing gloves, not knowing they would change her life. At first, it was just training. Then it became purpose. Then it became identity. The same woman who once walked the runway now stood in a boxing ring, learning to fight, to endure, to push past limits. The discipline she learned from pageantry and modeling became her weapon. The resilience she built through pressure became her shield. In 2018, chasing bigger dreams, Sheilla left home. From Rarotonga to New Zealand, she carried with her not just ambition, but the spirit of Papua New Guinea. Life wasn't easy. By day, she worked in healthcare, caring for others. By night, and often early mornings, she trained relentlessly. 2 to 3 sessions a day. Sweat, pain, sacrifice. There were no shortcuts, but Sheilla never asked for any. Then came the breakthrough. She claimed gold at the Pacific Games in the Solomon Islands, announcing herself to the region. Soon after, she stepped into the professional arena and faced Ireland's Louise Creven in Auckland. The result? A unanimous victory and the PBC International Super Lightweight title. The world was starting to notice, but Sheilla wasn't done. Fight after fight, she climbed higher. Ranked among the world's best, she stepped into bigger arenas, facing stronger opponents. In one electrifying bout, she dominated a high-profile battle of the Pacific, proving she wasn't just participating, she was taking over. And then came a defining moment, a landmark co-management deal with respected U.S. boxing manager Brian Cohen. This wasn't just a contract, it was confirmation that a young woman from Papua New Guinea, who once struggled with interviews, who once worked quietly in a hospital, who once walked runways in heels, now belonged on the global stage. Sheilla Yama had become more than a boxer. She became a symbol that there is no single path to greatness, a symbol that your beginnings do not define your limits, a symbol that strength can be graceful and grace can be powerful. Today, in Hamilton, New Zealand, she continues her journey, balancing life as a healthcare worker and a professional fighter. Still grounded, still proud of where she comes from, still laughing about simple PNG memories, like missing slippers at home. But when she steps into the ring, she carries something bigger than herself. She carries a nation. She carries every young girl who has ever been told, that's not for you. She carries the message that dreams evolve, and that's okay. Because sometimes the girl in heels becomes the woman in gloves. And when she fights, she doesn't just fight to win. She fights to inspire.
Knockout. We saw her fight Trisha McKenzie at Chaos on the Coromandel. She's long, rangy, she uses those 12 centimeters very well. She keeps her hands very low, she kind of punches from the hips, which is a really awkward style to face off against, and something that Louise Creven's going to have to be abundantly aware of. #1 ranked super lightweight in all of Aotearoa. Comes into this fight with a pro record of 3 wins, 0 losses. One of those wins coming by way of knockout. We saw her fight Trisha McKenzie at Chaos on the Coromandel. She's long, rangy, she uses those 12 centimeters very well. She keeps her hands very low, she kind of punches from the hips, which is a really awkward style to face off against, and something that Louise Creven's going to have to be abundantly aware of.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. Over there. It looks like a really and then she leans back and she throws it right hand. Both punches going super fast. Oh, look at that evasion there. And that style really suits facing someone like Creven who's going to pass forward and throw shoot shots.
Here in round number 3.
Yeah, and she's now consistently on the front foot. That's a lovely left hand. And we see her calling Helu on. This is the Sheilla Yama we're used to watching.
Wow.
Helu trying as she might to fire back. But just
Each one of them landed. Another right hook.
She is in trouble and he's called it.
Wow, what a beautiful finish from a much cagier approach with Sheilla Yama.
And then to